We are here for the global heart activation.
The moon every night, and now my eyes are open wide, and the sky has never looked so bright. Now I don't need to see the road to believe, yeah. 'Cause this is where I'm meant to be, I believe. And I feel the magic everywhere. It's all around us, it's in the air. And I see the magic we can share. So much wonder everywhere. And I feel the magic, can you imagine? And I feel the magic, can you imagine? And I feel the magic, it's all around us. And I feel the magic, it's all around us. There's wonder on this winding road in front of me, yeah. 'Cause I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
Woohoo! Welcome to the panel interviews for the Global Heart Activation. I am so excited. We have 37 speakers and over 85 gifts for you. So today's panel, we have the lovely Angela, Anne, Ellen, and Mary Ann, which you're going to hear from each of these heart-centered coaches, healers, entrepreneurs, and receive their amazing gifts. So, like, everyone give a little wave and welcome our folks. Feel free to put comments in, and if you've got questions, comments along the way, you've got to give permission for StreamYard to view it, and then I'll be able to see it. Fingers crossed. All right. So, in our first question, let us bring Angela onto the stage. And I want to know, what is your why? As a healer in the world, what drove you to do that?
Hi, Tiffany. I'm so delighted to be here. I've been a healer for almost 40 years, and it's my soul's path. That's the truth. It's what I was born to do on this planet, and it's filled my life with love and joy for many decades now.
Wonderful. Thank you. Anne, what is your why, honey?
I think there'll be some similarities here, but I think quite a while ago, I'm going to say in decades rather than years, it really became clear to me that like what my life is about like what else is possible, like what else is possible for me as an individual, for you as an individual, for each individual on the planet, and even for like us as a species, like what's possible for human beings beyond what we've been up until now. And healing is a big part of that, because a lot of what's keeping us from being what we're capable of is stuff that is in need of healing. So that really, for me, is my big why of like what else is possible for us.
Love it. Thank you. Elle.
Hi, everybody. I'm glad to be here. My why was when after my breakup, I realized that I needed to go to a self-discovery journey and understand exactly what was the reason and that I had these relationships that never worked. So then I got to a space of understanding what was my 2% that I contributed to that interaction. And as soon as I found that out, then it was an understanding that, the awareness to be ready to open my heart and bring love back to my life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Marianne.
Hi, everyone. So happy to be here. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for this opportunity. For me, I feel like I've been in survival mode for so long, and I want to do more than just survive. I just want to thrive. I want to thrive with my kids, my money, my health, and get out of that survival mode. And I just am passionate about helping women do the same thing.
Thank you. Okay. So we're starting to hear some lovely whys, and I wanted you guys to be able to receive the opportunity to hear from their heart, like what drives them to do what they do, which is what we just talked about, but also what qualities are there. Like for me, love is numero uno. I personally live from the question, what would love say, what would love do, right? So I want to hear what's your like top 1 to 3 qualities. Go ahead, Angela.
Well, love is number one. I named my business Cariad Spiritual, which means spiritual love, and integrity and unity, because we are one. So I guess they're the three. I'm just passionate about spreading the light, about spreading healing, and about opening people up to the opportunity that healing brings them.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Go ahead, Anne.
So funny, I love that you use that word unity, because that's a word for me too. And it's not a word that people use that often, right? But, I would say that's one of my core values or core places I come from, is just the oneness of everything and being present to that. And love, of course. I mean, there's really isn't anything really more important than that. But also that place of possibility, like I said before, of like really coming from a place of what else is possible, what beyond what we already know, and always being in that place of exploration of that, and asking questions that maybe no one's ever asked before, things like that. That is really where I live my life from.
Love it.
Yes, for me, number one is love and heart to heart connections. And also, I believe that you can have it all. You can have good relationships, uh, excellent health, and the abundance, the money that you want. So, all of that has to do with the connection that you have with yourself and the outside world and the universe. So, that's what I believe.
I love love.
I love love too. For me, it's love and peace and possibility. I really like that. We really can create the life we want, and we just have to be at peace with ourselves, knowing that we have that power within us to create it.
See, when we start from the qualities and the types of energy that we're bringing into our business and the way that we can help and serve other people, it's so lovely. And that's why I wanted you to hear that side of it first, And now I want to hear about, like, who do you serve and how do you serve them? So let's answer both of those questions. So if you could just, take maybe 2 minutes. And so who do you serve and how do you help them? Okay? So Anne Hessian, you're up, honey. And then I'll go Angela.
Okay. So I am an energy healer myself. That's something I've been doing for years. But my main thing that I do in the world is actually to support other healers, other people who have these incredible gifts of the world. But very, very often, you might have noticed this, really, really struggle with the business side of what they do. They have these like incredible gifts. They make a difference in people's lives, but they're not making a big difference in a lot of people's lives because the knowing how to talk about what they do and charging for it, and the really getting it out there in the world so that they can make a living at it is really, really hard. I think the great majority of people who would identify themselves as healers would say that that's like where they really struggle. And that's where I come in, because I have done that. I've built a very, very successful healing practice. And my joy is helping other people who are really here to make a difference in the world be able to do it in a way where they can actually make a living at it, which means they can help a lot more people, which means they have a much bigger impact on the world. And we get to create that what's possible world altogether. So that's what I do. I help them with the actual sales part, that S word, right? And being able to promote themselves so they can really make their difference in the world.
Okay, yep. The S word, the king, the money. I love it. Because if we're not letting ourselves receive for all that we're contributing to other people, we can't sustain it very long. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want to do it as a hobby, that's fine. But if you want to like make some moolah while you're doing it, then Anne is a brilliant strategist that can help you with that. And because she's got the healing components, she can help get you internally aligned with it as well.
Absolutely. Everything I do is always about that internal and the external, because it's one thing I could teach someone some skills, right? Some sales skills. Sales is just a set of skills, right? But if we don't actually work on those inner blocks that are there and the beliefs that they have about whatever it is, right, and the self-worth issues, it doesn't matter what I'll teach them. They won't do it, right? And so it's always about both, so that because this work that people do, it's important. It needs to get out there.
Yeah. Thank you. There's so many clients that I have that say, oh yeah, I would love to share my gifts, my talents, whether they're a healer, a coach, or just wanting to be of service in some way. And yet those deeper wounds, like unworthy, undeserving, trauma patterns of being frozen, can get in the way. So when you work with people like me, like Anne, and other coaches and healers that you're going to hear from throughout, this global heart activation, then it gives you a chance to have be living your mission and receive money while you're doing it. Okay, another healer I'm bringing onto the stage, Angela, and then we'll do Elle.
So thanks. I do a lot of things. So I'm a life and soul alignment coach. So basically what that means is I work with intuitive life coaching. I did spend a long time in corporate in senior management positions. So I came to it from two different angles, from the practical angle and from the spiritual angle. And I work with the Ascended Master and Archangelic realm. So I'm a channel as well. Channeled 2 books for them. And so, right, okay. So, so I do spiritual consultations. I'm a retreat facilitator and leader, and got some amazing retreats coming up as well. And I teach healing. I still teach healing. So, lots of different offerings for different people. Just depends what they need.
Angela, any particular healing modalities that you use? And also, what specifically do people seek help with from you?
People seek clarity from me. So I'm the practical mystic. So I come at their questions from a practical sense. So rather than a spiritual consultation where somebody might be looking for divination, just general questions, I work with specifics. And I've got an MBA as well, so I've got lots of lots of stuff going on in the background. So lots of businesses come to me for that. Healing modalities, I actually channeled a healing modality for the Ascended Master Collective called Divine Feminine Reiki. So I teach that. I teach angelic Reiki, spiritual healing, Mary Magdalene Reiki, divine energy healing, quantum metaphysics, and I do a lot of work with Saint Germain and Lady Portia and the Violet Flame, so Violet Flame Rescue Healing, and all of my courses are accredited, so
Love.
they're not just certificated.
Thank you. Thank you. And now let's go ahead and bring on the stage relationship coach Elle.
Hi. So I work with people who really got to the point that they want to bring love back to their life. They understand that they have some kind of a pattern, and the foundation of relationship that you have with other people is the relationship that you have with yourself. So I help them with self-love, self-care, and those limiting beliefs that can be many. I'm not lovable, nobody loves me, I'm not worthy. I mean, those kind of limiting beliefs that can be kind of blocking you for bringing in those wonderful, amazing relationships and even money, because those are the beliefs that you had, that you kind of accepted or got into from any kind of interaction in the past experiences, from mostly from childhood. So I do help my clients. A lot of people come to me and they know what they don't want, but they don't know what they want. So the first step is to really helping them to get inside of in their heart and see exactly what they want to manifest, to have in their life, to have these interactions with what kind of people, what kind of work they want to do. I mean, there is like very detailed. So we kind of peel the onion, like open up and see, go inside and go deeper.
Nice.
So that's
Thank
how.
you. Thank you. So we just talked about love. Now let's talk about money.
Yes, so I love talking about money and how to keep more than we spend. I feel as women, we are spread so thin, and we would love to afford little luxuries like a spa night or a massage or even a weekly date night, just something that we can look forward to and something to fill our cup and fill our bucket. But instead of filling our hearts, we fill our carts. And so I help trying to trying to, you know, to calm down that urge to spend and overspend on things that we don't really care about, and I help you identify those behaviors so that you can fill your heart instead. And a lot of the times we fill our cart instead of our heart, and it's things that only bring us temporary happiness. It's not lasting. And so I really want to help all women afford the life they want with the money they already have, and that involves taking control of spending so you can live that dream life.
So, Marianne, are people usually in debt when they come, or are they people that have some money and just trying to get more? Can you give us a little
Sure.
thought into?
Yeah, I typically work with people that they make good money but have nothing to show for it. They may have some debt, but they're at the point where they just aren't able to find that extra money for the things they want. And yet they're still spending that money elsewhere. The money's being spent, just not on things they care about. And it happens so unconsciously. It just there's a psychological reason for why we buy that no one talks about. And in order to really identify what you really care about, you need to start analyzing the things you buy, the things you put in your cart, and what that says about what you're trying to heal in your heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, filling the void
Yeah.
by spending. Um, I know that when we even just put something in the cart, even if we don't like do the checkout, it like lights up our brain and gets these chemicals and hormones going and wanting to feel good, feel better. So I love that you brought that up about let's heal our hearts, not our carts, or whatever the way you said it was awesome. Okay, so ladies, in the next round, I would like you to share more about the theme of your talk that you're going to do. And by the way, Global Heart Activation is going to be live via Zoom on April 12th and 13th. And you can sign up for free at globalheartactivation.com. Let me actually put that here on the screen so you can RSVP right here and now, globalheartactivation.com, and get in and get access to so many gifts. We've got 37 speakers and we have over 85 gifts. It's so exciting. So super exciting. And some of these gifts, just so you know, you're going to get like immediately when you register. Then there's a whole new set of gifts that are going to come when on April 12th, when things open up and you get access to the speakers. So April 12th, 13th. And then if you sign up for VIP, you get an additional, I think, $8,000 or $9,000 worth of gifts. And, and then when you're live on Zoom, we're also going to have the Games Master raffle off your names in a really fun way so that you can also win prizes. So you need to be there live on Zoom with your video on to win. And that'll give you even more. So literally there's over 85 possible gifts and fun and play and insights and love. As you can tell, like, our people are heart-centered and we have amazing magic and gifts to share with the world. And I just feel privileged to be able to help and serve and support. So let's go ahead and hear from Angela and talk to me about the theme of your talk, please.
Okay, so I mentioned earlier that I work with the Ascended Masters and Archangelic Realm, and I've channeled 2 books for them. So my talk is called Everyday Alchemy with the Ascended Masters. And I'm taking people into a meditation with the divine rays and sacred flames, specifically the 3rd sacred ray, which is the ray of new beginnings. And Mary Magdalene, as Lady Nada, is the patron of that ray. So I take people into a meditation during my talk, and my gift is a recording of that meditation that people can go back to anytime they like. So that's the gift for everybody. When people sign up for VIP, then they get something really special. My speciality is aligning people to their soul's path. So I'm asking them to give me their birth date so that I can calculate their divine, so the divine ray that they were born under, their destiny ray, which by and large will guide what they're doing in this life. So they'll have some idea of the energy and of what they've come here to do, and which of the Ascended Masters or angels or angelic collectives can support them in that. And when you know this information, it can be life-changing. So yeah, it's pretty incredible.
I love my fellow woo sisters. Thank you. Thank you. Anne.
So, so my talk is soulful sales success. That shouldn't be a big surprise from what I just said. And so, sales really is a dirty word for a lot of people, right? Not just healers, but for a lot of people who, are very heart-centered. And it doesn't have to be that way, right? We've all had experiences in the realm of sales that were not great experiences. Is that fair to say? Like, we've all had things where someone was, they weren't listening, they were pushing, they were manipulative, whatever. But we tend to think like that's sales. But I want to just challenge that, because if you think about it, every one of us has had wonderful experiences with someone who was like incredible, right? They took such good care of us. They asked great questions. They connected with, they had something to sell, but they really paid attention. They connected with us like human being to human being. They knew what they were talking about. They took the time to educate us so we could like actually make a much better decision. And they really put the relationship as being more important than whether the transaction happens or not. Haven't we all had some experiences like that too? Here's my litmus test for that's how sales is supposed to be, at least in my world. That's how sales should be. And here's my litmus test, right? You'd send your mother to them. That's a great, right? And we've all had people like that, right? And so that's what I teach. But the problem is everyone listening is probably like, yeah, like if I could do sales like that, then I wouldn't be so scared of doing it, right? The thing is, you absolutely can. You need to learn how, because there's all those internal blocks that we talked about, right? But then there's also, it is a set of skills. And if you what I think a lot of healers especially tend to do around bringing in clients, bringing in business, is they'll be like, oh, I just need to clear some more. And I'll just magically clients will show up, right? I'm sure you've heard that a few times, Tiffany.
I mean, we do need to do some inner work.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
And I'm like,
but
by
then
all means,
there's the outer work too.
Right? But it's not going to work if we aren't also in action, if we don't actually put stuff out there, and if we don't know how to have I'm just going to keep using that word. I want to desensitize everybody. If we don't know how to have a sales conversation, if we don't know how to like ask questions to really find out what's going on for the other person and what it is that they need and how we could help them, so that we can make a recommendation that's real. Like, I don't always recommend people work with me when they have a sales conversation, because I take the time to find out what they need, and sometimes it's not me, right? So anyway, that's really what we're going to talk about, is how it is possible to be yourself, to be authentic, to be coming from the heart, and actually learn the skills that make the difference, so that you're someone people would even send their mom to.
I love that litmus test.
Yes. And have lots of people. And that's also, all of that is how you become someone that people just want to say yes to.
Yes. Yes. YE $sign yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Anne. Appreciate it. Okay, Al, go ahead and unmute.
So my program is called Love Mastery, Calling in the One Journey. I'm a certified Calling in the One coach. And through this journey, I help my clients, or we're going to talk about this at the summit, of how self-discovery, basically understanding who you are and what you want, and self-love. Some people, they think, oh, I love myself, but then the exercises that I can give them tells me that they don't, not in that deeper level of being in that space that you can attract that love that you want to your life, the life that you want to your life. So just the self-discovery, self-love, self-care, and the limiting beliefs are a big key of that journey that we go together. Also, I'm also a laser coach. So I work, and I can talk about it at the summit, how in a half an hour session, I can, the question I ask them is, where are you today and where you want to be? And throughout that half an hour, 40-minute session, we figure out, they figure out what's the next step for them. Because we know exactly what our next step is, but we don't allow ourselves. We don't know that we know somehow. So I help them get to that space, and it's all about opening your heart and going deep. So that's how the program works, and that's how I help my clients, and that's what we're going to talk about.
Thank you. Thank
Sure.
you, Elle. See, we needed to have a heart coach in for a global heart activation.
Absolutely. So, my presentation topic is money manifested. I help you find those areas of wasted money, money that you would rather it go somewhere else, and to free up that money that you didn't even know you had. I really help you with the free gift, tap into your heartfelt desires, what you really want, those little luxuries that you would just love to have in your life, and finding that motivation, and then looking at your spending habits in the here and now, and not like past mistakes. We're not bringing up the past. We're just looking at your current behaviors and if they are reflecting the life you want financially. And we we just really want you to, in with the free gift, and then with the one-on-one strategy spending session, that's really going to help you, with the VIP offer. It's really going to help you become laser focused on the areas that, one area to start with, that you don't really care about, but that most of your money's going, and then figure out why you're buying those, what behaviors you're demonstrating. And once we figure that out, then we can start to give you those tools to stop spending before it happens so you can regain control of your money.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so as you can see, we've got some juicy, amazing topics that are coming up at Global Heart Activation. Please do register now if you have not yet done so at globalheartactivation.com and sign up. Get those gifts, hear the topics, listen to the insights. And ladies, just a quick popcorn round. Tell us again, what is your main gift for everybody, and what's your VIP gift?
Shall I dive?
Because I didn't actually say mine when I went.
Okay,
So,
and Angela.
yeah. So the free gift is, I said people need the skills. People need to know how to have a simple sales conversation when someone expresses interest. And most people make a big mistakes right then when someone first expresses interest. That I am going to this gift. We'll talk about it in the talk, and this gift will teach you how to have a simple sales conversation in a way that feels authentic. So it's called the New Client Accelerator Program. So it's like a guide and some videos, as well as a series of live group calls with me where you can ask me anything, right? And I'll actually do some energy healing as well. So that's called the New Client Accelerator Program. And for the VIPs, I don't know if any of you out there struggle with the pricing piece. Like, how do I price? Am I charging too much? Am I charging too little? Can I charge anything? So I have a really powerful program called Perfect Price Point. We'll actually walk you through a way to create pricing that you can feel totally confident and aligned with no matter what. So that is the VIP gift as well.
Thank you. Angela.
Thanks. So I take people to work with the Ascended Masters. So working with Mary Magdalene, where you can actually do some inner child healing, where you can set intentions for new beginnings, which is just absolutely beautiful. And for the VIPs, I will do a piece of work for you called in Ascension Numerology, and then let you know who the Ascended Master or Archangel who's got your back.
Nice.
Yeah. it is really powerful and is absolutely life-changing. So that's for the VIPs.
Thank you. Go ahead, Elle.
So my first gift is a self-discovery journal. Remember, we talked about people don't know what exactly they want. So with this journal, the prompt and the questions, it will kind of make them understand or go deeper and understand what they want in their life. My VIP is a limiting belief quiz that they can take. And when they take the quiz, they will have half an hour session with me to go and process whatever answers they have on that. So I'd be happy to do that for them. So that's my VIP.
Nice.
Thanks.
My free gift is it's the course that helps you really get laser focused on your heartfelt desires and where you want your money to go, and learn why your money is going elsewhere. And then the VIP gift is a money manifestation session. It'll be 30 minutes with me, and we talk about strategic steps that you can take. Spending can be very, very overwhelming, and I break it down into simple, easy, manageable steps that you can start today to make those changes to afford the life you want.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And I have several gifts that I'm giving you guys. So so there's like the main gifts, the VIP gifts, and then there's gifts from me that you're gonna get sprinkled throughout your throughout the live event. And then you even get, before it even starts, a free 15-minute blind spot strategy consultation if you take advantage of that. So just keep on the lookout, because for me, I work with empathic spiritual intuitives who want more money, more love, greater health and vitality. And I do the deep inner work, the type of deep work that has you heal those wounds of not feeling loved, seen, heard, safe, or feel like you belong. And then as that happens, you automatically make more money, have more love, have more spirituality, greater health and vitality. And so collectively, this ripples out to every single area of your life. So come receive the love and gifts and TLC. Register now, globalheartactivation.com, and I will see you in Zoom. All right. Thank you again, ladies, for being on the panel today. Let's just, touch our hearts for a moment and breathe into our heart space and send love and light and blessings out to every person, every being on this planet. Just seeing everyone lighter, brighter, more lovely, healthier, stronger, having all of their needs met, their financial needs, and then some bonuses too. Thank you for lots of prosperity and abundance, a stronger spiritual connection, conscious people who are thinking, speaking, and living from love, and being of service. So be it. All right. Okay. See everybody at your event on Zoom, April 12th and 13th. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, we have panel interviews almost every day this week and next week. So you'll get to meet these speakers before we ever even go live. Okay. So come on back, same time, same place tomorrow. Bye for now.